Hello. It's gonna be quick. Quick. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and everyone can watch it later. Anyway, so this is a quick prophetic word for all of you, and I know it specifically is for all of you. Hey guys, listen. Oh, it's my twin. Sean, I actually recorded this. It's so funny. And for some reason, listen, the Lord just wants me to go live. It would not go live, but I looked at the video and I was like, dang, I look like LaShondra. Anyway, we look too much alike. So anyway, like it's bad when you see yourself in somebody else. I'm like, oh my God, me and LaShondra look just alike. So anyway, hey guys, it's a quick word. This actually, I don't get on here a whole lot and I don't just do words just to do them. And I definitely don't share my dreams. However, this word is specifically for you guys and it's really, really beautiful. Things are being ironed out on your behalf. I have had over the last few months several dreams, like consecutive, with ironing boards and me ironing. Now, without going into too much detail, the last several ones I have been in my own church, like I am the pastor of this church, and I am ironing with all of my subscribers, friends, like church members around me, and I'm ironing their clothes. I'm ironing, and I realized, that this was for everyone that is connected to me. When God gives you a word, many times, all of the time, there's a process involved. And so when He gives you a word, you're walking through there. When God called me to ministry, I mean, I was really small, but when I knew for a fact that I would preach and I would teach, back when I was just leading worship, I imagined it to be more like the four walls of a church. But God is saying that those who are connected to me, things are being ironed out on your behalf. The final touches, the finishing touches, are being taken care of on your behalf. I'm in church. I have the full on ironing board, and everyone is watching me iron things out. The thing about ironing, especially if you've had dreams with ironing, or ironing boards, the thing about ironing is, yes, it's tedious, it's time consuming, but ironing is a very necessary step in a process when things are being beautified. It doesn't matter if you're preparing for a wedding, if you're preparing for an event or a work event or even church. You can have your outfit ready days in advance, a year in advance. It's hanging up, it's laid out on the bed. But until, or you can get something out of the dryer, but until that thing is pressed out, you cannot appreciate the investment. Allow God to iron things out on your behalf and beautify those things pertaining to you. Because it's when God is blessing you with something, it is not just for you. It is meant to be beautified so that those who onlook, so that that testimony of that thing coming to pass in your life will speak to others, and they will know that they have seen God in your life, and they have witnessed the goodness of God through you, and now that is what they will seek. And so ironing things out, many times, I'm about what, 5'8". I'm almost 5'8". I'm pretty tall. And many times I'll throw, some things in the dryer and I get it out and it looks a lot smaller than when I bought it. And if it's a dress or something like that, I need the full length. Okay. I need the full length. But when you pull something out of the dryer, or it's wrinkled or it's pulled out of it, until that thing is pressed out, it looks a lot shorter than what it actually is. It's happened to me so many times. I'll put something out of the dryer and it looks too short. It looks like maybe it shrunk, but once it's pressed out, I see the fullness of what it was intended to be. And even when there's a beautiful pattern, I love clothes and I love fashion and all that stuff or whatever, but a garment, this is prophetic. I need you to hear me with your spiritual ears. A garment cannot be fully appreciated for its artistic value until it is pressed out. You say you have this beautiful pattern on your dress, on this shirt. I don't care if your shirt is $500. It'll look like a $5 shirt or even less than if it's not pressed out. You know, you can have a pattern or something artistic on your clothing, because I think that's what fashion is. I think it's art that you wear. But until it's pressed out, no one looking at it can really appreciate it for what it is. Wrinkles disguise the beauty of something. And so, although, you know, you may have that thing in the bag, it may look like, you know, sometimes it looks like things aren't really coming to pass the way you want them to, but I believe right now, many of you can actually see the hand of God. You can actually see things coming to pass. You see them moving, but they're moving a little. It's like they're creeping along. That is because God is beautifying those things pertaining to that promise regarding you. He is ironing out the final details. He is rectifying some things for you so that when that thing emerges, when you walk out of that house, when you walk into that ballroom, when you walk onto that stage, when you take that position, it is polished. It looks like God put his hand on it. It doesn't look like you just threw it together. There's something to be said about someone who is polished. You know, you can always tell when somebody, when things are a mess at home, because they're always in a rush. They can't find anything, and things are just they're a little disheveled, and you know, if it's like your hair is everywhere, and you know, you might have pretty hair, but it's not put together, and you know, your clothes might cost you a pretty penny, but things are just looking disheveled, you know, so to speak. But God will not have you. He will not present you to the world that way, because you are a reflection of his glory. His glory, when people see you shining, it is not shining that is emanating from you. It's emanating from Christ onto you, and you mirror that into the world. So God is very particular about what he puts out, the content that he puts out, you know, and so allow him to beautify and perfect things that are concerning you, and to iron things out. You know, when things are ironed out, it takes a little more time. It's necessary, even in a dry cleaning process. The final stage is the pressing process. Now, the pressing process is really hard on the garment, though. You know, the garment is going, it's, you know, taking all of this heat, you know, and so it's being stretched a little bit. And those final processes are necessary, but they can be a little painful for the garment. And if you are the garment, it can be a little bit stretchy for you. It can be a little bit painful for you. And if you're watching it, and you know, intently, it can be much like watching paint dry, watching someone iron. I love to iron. I love to iron, but I also love to be very polished. But ironing is a necessary step in your process. Allow God to perfect those things. He's ironing things out on your behalf. He's cleaning it up for you. And so don't take it lightly. You know, the dreams that I had, I'm ironing in front of everyone. I'm ironing their t-shirts, their church t-shirts actually. And it has like little people on it, and it's all of you guys, you know. God was sharing with me that all of the prayer and all of the fasting and all of the tears, everything that I've been going through, because it's been a lot, it hasn't been for naught, and that everyone connected to me, it's being ironed out for them. And so don't take it lightly where God has placed you, the job he's placed you in, the ministry he's placed you in, the family he's called you to lead. That grace that God has extended to your life is now being extended to even people that don't acknowledge your God, people that don't acknowledge you, that don't even like you. They are benefiting from the grace on your life, and things are being ironed out even for them because of your very presence. So because of what is going on in my life, and what I'm allowing God to do in my life, and the investment that I have made in the garments, things are being ironed out for you. And so it is with those who are connected to you. Things are being ironed out on your behalf. All right. So I pray that that blessed you. I know that it will. Receive it in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, because it is yours. You can have all of the resource. Everything has come to pass, and I believe this is where many of you find yourselves. You can see that thing crowning. It's coming. It's You can see it coming to pass. You can actually, where once maybe a year ago you couldn't see that thing coming to pass in your life. Now it's a reality. But things still have to be ironed out. It's going to take a little time, but in just a little while, in just a little while, in just a little while, you will emerge polished, pristine, clean, and full of the glory of the Most High God. I love you. I bless you in the name of Jesus Christ, and I will talk to you soon. Mwah.